Top 10 Unknown Facts About Michael Jordan. Born in September 1989, and they had two sons, Jeffrey Michael and Marcus James, and a daughter, Jasmine. Jordan and Vanoy filed for divorce on 4 January 2002, citing irreconcilable differences, but reconciled shortly thereafter. They again filed for divorce and were granted a final decree of dissolution of marriage on 29 December 2006, commenting that the decision was made mutually and amicably. It is reported that Juanita received a $168 million settlement, equivalent to $200 million in 2016, making it the largest celebrity divorce settlement on public record at the time. Forbes announced that Michael Jordan reached billionaire club status. Everyone is aware that Air Jordan is one of the wealthiest athletes in the world, but Forbes stunned many when they announced in June 2014 that Jordan had reached billionaire status. His increase in his stake in the Charlotte Hornets is what took him over the threshold to give him a net worth of $1 billion. Tiger Woods is the only other athlete to reach these lofty financial heights, but Tiger's stay was brief following his very public fall from grace where he lost many endorsements. Jordan's wealth has come from a variety of avenues in addition to the Hornets, but mainly through the Air Jordan brand and his partnership with Nike, which dominates the basketball shoe market. In addition to this, he also pulls in plenty from endorsements, as well as entrepreneurial ventures including restaurants and a car dealership. The Washington Wizards to the recovery effort and victims' families of 9 November. For his first year out of retirement with the Washington Wizards, Michael Jordan was paid $1 million, a sum he gave away entirely. With the tragic events of 9 November happening just a short time before the NBA season was set to start, Jordan decided to help the recovery effort. "It's my way of giving back and hopefully aiding those in need during a terrible time," he said. Michael Jordan married Juanita Vanoy in September 1989, and they had two sons, Jeffrey Michael and Marcus James, and a daughter, Jasmine. Jordan and Vanoy filed for divorce on 4 January 2002, citing irreconcilable differences, but reconciled shortly thereafter. They again filed for divorce and were granted a final decree of dissolution of marriage on 29 December 2006, commenting that the decision was made mutually and amicably. It is reported that Juanita received a $168 million settlement, equivalent to $200 million in 2016, making it the largest celebrity divorce settlement on public record at the time. Michael Jordan has a phobia of water. Given how much Michael Jordan has achieved in his career, you would think that fear is something that he does not feel. Countless times, Jordan stepped up and took the big shots and excelled so many times. Whilst he may have no fears on the hardwood, this is not the case of the court, and it turns out that he is human after all and knows the feeling of fear well. Jordan has a fear of water, which stems from a tragic incident during his childhood. He saw a good friend of his drown when he got sucked into the undertow, and this understandably scarred him for life. Shortly after, Jordan almost drowned whilst at baseball camp, and he has had a phobia ever since. He has somewhat overcome his fear, but he admits to still feeling uncomfortable when on a small boat or when near big bodies of water. Michael Jordan gambling controversy. During the Bulls' playoff run in 1993, controversy arose when Jordan was seen gambling in Atlantic City, New Jersey, the night before a game against the New York Knicks. In that same year, he admitted that he had to cover $57,000 in gambling losses, and author Richard Esquinas wrote a book claiming he had won $1.25 million from Jordan on the golf course. In 2005, Jordan talked to Ed Bradley of the CBS evening show 60 Minutes about his gambling and admitted that he made some reckless decisions. Jordan stated, "Yeah, I have gotten myself into situations where I would not walk away and I have pushed the envelope." Is that compulsive? Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. If you are willing to jeopardize your livelihood and your family, then yeah. When Bradley asked him if his gambling ever got to the level where it jeopardized his livelihood or family, Jordan replied, no. Father, James Jordan, was shot to death whilst he slept in his car. His body was found in August in a swamp in Bennettsville, South Carolina, and 2 men were convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. This had a huge impact on Michael, who retired from the game shortly after and cited this as part of the reason for his decision. Following his return to the game, there was an unforgettable moment when Jordan and the Bulls won their first title since his father's murder, 1996, on Father's Day, with Jordan crying on the floor of the locker room. He wore number 12 for one game after his jersey was stolen from his locker. Jordan is of course famous for wearing number 23 but also number 45 temporarily after returning from retirement. These are not the only 2 numbers he wore during his professional career, however, as in a road game against the Magic in 1990 he was forced to wear a nameless number 12 jersey after his was stolen from his locker. This frustrated Jordan, but it did not slow him down as he poured in an impressive 49 points although the Bulls would lose the game. The jersey was never recovered, and MJ refused to sign autographs after the game. Michael Jordan is the only player to score 40+ at age 40 or older. Jordan's stint with the Wizards cannot be called a success, but he did prove that he was still more than capable of dominating even as one of the oldest players in the league. He is the only player to score over 40 in a game who is 40 or older, as well as the only 40-year-old to average over 20 ppg. In his first season with the Wizards, MJ also became the oldest person to drop 50 when he was 38 years and 315 days. Playing with the Bulls at 35, Jordan also became the oldest player to win MVP as well as scoring champion. The Hornets sure could use a proven scorer right about now, and the thought has surely crossed his mind. Even at 52, the Hornets would probably be much improved with Jordan in their starting lineup. In 6 finals series, he averaged 33.6 ppg and won every series. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe the channel and share the video.